everyone, it's Binky Bunnies again, back with another video. And as you can see, this is Raven's, my grooming kit, which I use for Raven, shall I say. And I'm going to show you today what's in my grooming kit. I'm going to show you what brushes I have and what they're used for and where they're used on the horse. So I'm just going to literally open up the bag. But it does have pockets around the edges, if you can see. That's just for, like, I only use the pockets for shows and things because I'm in a rush. I just dump everything there so I can get them out quicker. So I only use them pockets for shows. And they do tend to get a lot of hay in. I usually get the grooming boxes, which are like, picture a toolkit, a plastic toolkit, but it has like a horse on it or something, a horse brand. And that's what I usually use. But I just decided to get this one for a change, because I'm always getting the toolbox type ones, tack box. So I thought I'd get a proper grooming tote bag. So I'm going to show you what's inside. There's nothing in the pockets at the moment, but it's kind of all packed in, I'm not going to lie to you. But I've still got a lot of room for any other brushes I need to add. All these brushes have been cleaned. You should always clean your brushes every 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, depending on how often you use it and how filthy your horse gets and what type of season it is, whether it's winter or whether the summer. Because in summer the mud is quite dry, and winter mud is obviously wet and damp and dries onto your horse and it's harder to get off. So obviously it depends how often you use it, and obviously the whole bag itself, the grooming tote or plastic box that you use, they need to be properly cleaned too. So I'm going to get on with the video because I'm sure some of you are dying to see what's in and obviously what is used for. I always leave my hoof picks on the top just because in 1 or 2 days a month, I might just be in a rush and I just need to ride Raven really quickly. And obviously the most important thing that you should never ever ever forget to do, or never not do, is the picking out the hooves, because obviously your horse can be prone to laminitis. If your horse can get laminitis if his hooves are not picked. As you can see, this has been used a lot. It's gone a bit rusty too, so yeah. So I just got a standard hoof pick. I got this from the range. Not the range. Go Outdoors, because they also sell equestrian things. And it's quite cute. It's got a little horse's head on it, which I like. And this one's quite a blunt hoof pick, so I only use this when the mud is wet, usually in winter, which is why obviously it's got rust on it. And I use the other hoof pick for summer because it's sharper, and the hooves they get quite packed in with dry mud, and because it's dry mud it's hard to get in at the hooves, so obviously I need to use a sharper pick. So that's that, and never ever forget to do this. It's the most important tool for your grooming kit, and always needs to be done. Even if you're not riding that day, your horse's hooves should be picked at least twice a day, every day. You want to make sure the hooves are all sound too as well before you groom your horse, before you ride your horse too, to make sure that you're not riding an injured horse. So that's that. I'm going to dump them down there. Then obviously I said I've got another blade. This one's a bit sharper for dry mud. Yeah, that's this one. It's a pink one. So yeah, that's going a bit rusty too. They've all been cleaned, so it's not mud, it's just rust. The camera quality is a bit bad today because I'm filming off my iPhone, just because I don't have time to get the camera out. So I do apologise if there's a slight difference. Moving on, this is a pulling comb, and this is what's used for people that obviously don't know what a pulling comb is and how to pull a horse's mane. It's how you basically thin it out to plait it and make the mane shorter. It doesn't hurt them at all. I promise you that now. It does not hurt the horse. Otherwise, obviously, it'd be inhuman. I wouldn't purchase something like this if it hurt Raven at all, and no, the horses can't feel anything on their mane. They're very numb around the area, if you could say. So that's that. And I only really use this for shows. I don't pull his mane every day, and it's not very wise to do that. It's not wise to do it when obviously you don't have to. So I only use this for shows. So that's that. And I got that hoof pick from Sports Direct, I forgot to say, in a pack. And I also got that pulling comb from a local tack store, if anyone was wondering. Then obviously I have a short bristled mane comb, and this is for when he's got knots quite far down in his mane, because obviously his mane can get fully in there and sort of pull it out. And this is from Sports Direct in the pack again, but obviously I wouldn't really use these on horses' tails. Obviously horses' tails, they don't need to be detangled, shall we say, very often, because horses' tails can thin an awful lot. So if you do want to use, if you do want to brush your horse's tail, I definitely recommend one of these. It's called a Magic Brush, and it says Simply Bright, and then it says magicbrush.com. And this was £3.99 from our local tack store, and it's also wonderful for dirt. It gets off almost anything, except I wouldn't really suggest using this on the face either. So don't use this on the face. I only really use it for the tail anyway. And again, it's been cleaned. Not all my grooming kit is constantly spotless. It gets filthy, as any horse owner would know. But I would definitely suggest one of these if you want to be brushing your horse's tail, not your tail. I still wouldn't suggest doing it every single time you ride. I'd say about once every 1 or 2 weeks, because horses, their tails do thin an awful lot very quickly, and obviously it's not very nice to look at a very thin, dead thin tail. Your horse's tail should always be full and things like that. And then this is another very important piece of grooming kit, which is the rubber curry comb. And I always recommend this. This should be the piece of this should be the tool that you use the longest. You rub this. You rub this in circular motions all over, except obviously the horse's legs and the horse's head and face. You can use it anywhere but that. It's a great tool, and every single grooming kit should also have a curry comb, because it's fantastic and loosens all the dirt for you to just flick off with a dandy brush, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, every toolkit should have one of these too, and you're looking at about 65p to £1 for a curry comb, a good quality curry comb. So that's that, and every toolkit should have one of them too. Then I've just got a mane comb that I use on a regular basis, which is the longer bristled one, because obviously I've got the short bristled one over there and the longer bristled one here, which I use on a regular basis, just because it doesn't remove as much hair too. So, and it's by Totty, and I got this from Go Outdoors too, and it was in a pack of 3. Not of 3 mane combs, obviously, in a pack of 3 different brushes. So yeah, what was I saying? Totally forgot. It came in a pack of 3. I think it was £30, and if £13. And anyone that doesn't want to order off Discount UK, I know that it's called the Totty Vegas brush set. Anyone that was wondering. So that's that. It's got really nice detail too. Quite like it. It's definitely been used a lot. And also it's got a nice place for your thumb to just sit. So that's that. And that's all I've got so far. I've still got like loads to go. Obviously you should still have a separate face brush, and this is a face brush. The bristles are very soft. for the face, and you shouldn't really be using a soft brush or body brush for the face because you can spread skin diseases. So you should always have a separate brush for the horse's face. So that's just what one of them look like, and this is by Cottage Craft, and this was £1.97 from Go Outdoors, or £1.98. And again, it's really good quality. All of my brushes wash up really well. It's got like a varnish on it, so it is washable. It's not like the wood would get absolutely soaked and spend ages to dry out. So next up is obviously the plastic currycomb. Yes. This just, you can use this almost anywhere except the legs and face. And this just gets off really hard mud and also sort of debris in the coat. I wouldn't really use this in the mane or tail either, or the face especially, because it's quite hard bristle. But yeah, whoops. It's also great for getting out any loose hairs. It works better than a shedding blade. It's really good for getting loose hairs out. So's the rubber currycomb. That's great for getting any winter coat sheds out. And again, part of the pack of 3, which was £13 from Go Outdoors, is the body brush, which can be used anywhere. Again, I still won't use it on the face because obviously skin diseases can spread, so I never use this on the face. Totty Vegas brush. But yeah, this can be used on the legs, almost anywhere except the face, because obviously skin diseases. Otherwise, if you did just want to buy one of these for the face and not use it anywhere else, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly soft enough. And yeah, that's the body brush, or soft brush as some people call it. I'll move that actually. There we go. Coming to think of it now, I've actually got quite a few brushes. Yikes. We're nearly at the end now. Then obviously I've got the Totty Vegas Dandy brush. Again, this is another vital piece of equipment. Once you've used the rubber currycomb, this flicking motions gets all the excess stuff off, mud off, and worked really well for that. And this can be used anywhere except the face too. So obviously the horse is very sensitive on its face, as I'm sure you can imagine. I've got another body brush, just the same as the Totty one here, which came in the Olympus pack with the main brush hoof pick and the currycomb. Came in that pack. And again, not for the face, anywhere but the face. And that's that. And then almost at the end now, literally. A mane comb for shows. I only use this for, is it's quite harsh on the mane, so only to be used at shows, I would say. Again, this isn't a pulling comb though. Pulling combs have to be metal. It's not strong enough to be a pulling comb because the bristles would probably just snap. And again, part of the Olympus horse set from Sports Direct. So that's another good piece of equipment. Then the last piece of equipment is the soft brush, the microfiber mitt, and wipe it all over the horse and it gets him shiny. Again, only to be used for shows. So that's the entire grooming kit. If you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to ask me. I'm always up to chat as well, so any requests are highly, highly wanted. So yeah, thank you for watching as always. See ya in the next video.